שלום, היי, וואו, הנר האחרון, הייתי אומר it's about time, אבל היי, המחשב עושה ריסט עוד פעם, אז הגלגל עוד פעם מסתובב רגיל, כאילו לא נגעתי בו בכלל. אוקיי, בוא נעשה את זה. גלגל אחרון, מה יש לך להגיד להתחלה של 2025? אוקיי. זה קצת פאני. Back to basics אני מנחש. הגיע הזמן באמת שאני אחזור לשחק בזה. הרי זה מה שקורה כשהגענו לנר האחרון. אז רק רגע אני אסדר פה את הסטאפ שלי, מקווה שהכל יהיה בסדר. ואוקיי. לא אימש בגרון שלי. אני עכשיו שם לב שכאילו, קצת פאנ פאקט. סלייד הפרינסס נמצא בעצם על 61 מתוך 131 achievementים, אז 46%. אבל אם נלך לקוקי קליקר, אם אני אמצא את זה עכשיו, משחק שאישית היה לי הרבה יותר זמן בו, האמת אין בעיה להראות ככה. קוקי קליקר 89%, סלייד הפרינסס 46%. איי איי איי, no comment, פשוט no comment. אולי הגיע הזמן סוף כל סוף לגשת אל המשחק. לא שיחקתי בזה כבר חודשים, נראה לי. אז הגיע הזמן להתחיל את 2025 בסלייד הפרינסס. מה אני מתכנן לעשות בסלייד? דווקא אין לי שמץ של מושג. כאילו יש לי ניחושים לפאפס, אבל שום דבר לא קונקרט עדיין. אז we're back to this. בוא, היה מאוד זמן לא הייתי פה. וואו. עדיף שאני אפענח כבר את האחרים כאן. תראה, יש לי כבר בייסיקלי הרבה דברים כאן, אז בוא ניגש לזה. זה. You need more space. An narrow cave is no place to fight, and it's no place to stay forever. I might resist the divine, but it's very hard to kill a god. There's no shame in failing. Better to linger with your nightmare than to let them run wild. And you've seen the worst sights the prison of the world can offer. You can always choose to walk away empty-handed. אני דווקא לא זוכר באיזה סקשן אני נמצא בסלייד הפרינסס. אשכרה הגעתי לאנדינג! פרפקט! אולי בשביל אני פחות אגש בעצם לקומפלישנים? Oh, what the fuck? What a heart held in ribbons. כן, anyway. What the fuck, איזה שקט פה. But then, שכחתי מזה דווקא. אבל, וואו. They have after the grey, the four in the wild, the den, the wraith, the princess and the dragon, the fury. אולי אני אעשה פשוט רק את הארבעה האלה ואני אגיד שאני basically סיימתי, גם אפילו שאני מעדיף לעשות את כל הגלרי? אבל זה הנר האחרון. אז עדיף שזה ילך עם קצת יותר בנג. בהשוואה לזה שאני סיימתי את הפאקינג דייקר סקשן סוף כל סוף בסקיוריטי בריץ'. ציפיתי שזה יהיה אפולו ג'סטיס. אני אקדם, דווקא ציפיתי לאפולו ג'סטיס, לא סלייד הפרינסס. אוקיי, אז כמו שאני אמרתי, אני הולך להשתדל להשיג את הארבעה האחרים. זה כנראה קשור לפריזונר, אולי אותו דבר כמו happily ever after. זה nightmare, stay in your nightmare forever, אני זוכר את זה. זה כנראה קשור לפאוור. כי היא כאילו פועלת כמו goddess בין כל הצ'פטר 2. היא סוג של כמו עלילית כזאתי. השיפטינג מאונד אולי באמת הכי דומה לסטרנג'ר, אבל הטאוור היא אחת שיש לה הכי הרבה כוח בין כל אלה. ואז ה-place to fight. ה-fighting zone זה adversary. אז עדיף כל שאני אגש לכל אלה, סוף כל סוף. New game. Chapter 1. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Ooh. Oh! זה דווקא מעניין. הנה, כי זה של ניו פלייפול וזה של האנדינג. הדיבור אולי יהיה אותו הדבר, אבל לא טקסט. הצורה שבה מסודר הטקסט, זה דווקא די שונה. אינטרסטינג. יאללה, בוא נעשה את זה. אני אעשה לפחות את הפרסט ראונד כאילו זה רגיל. אבל... כן. אני לא יודע בערך מה אני צריך לעשות. מנסה לזכור פה ראוטים שאני עברתי קודם. ואני יכול לעבור משם.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Don't believe a word she says. כמה זה יהיה נכון לפי האנדינגס שאני רוצה לגשת אליהם? כי יש 4 פרינססים שאני לא ראיתי בכלל. יש וריאנטים של כמה. יש עוד extra scenes. When I struck at a phony Rose's heart or kissed the girl. רק בתור דוגמה. אבל אז אשכרה יש completely different endings כמו כל הקונספט של הגריי. שבעיניי הגריי הוא בין ה-most interesting concept כי זה מראה duality. זה סוג של שני דברים אחרים של אותו הדבר. ה-burned gray וה-drowned gray. שחור ולבן. מייצר אפור. זה לא אגרסיבי כמו רייף. זה לא אגרסיבי כמו רייף. זה לא אגרסיבי כמו רייף. אבל... וגם זה טכנית רק one path. טכנית יש לזה שני אנדינגס אבל שניהם מביאים את אותו הר. הנה אחד שמעניין אותי דווקא. ויילד. זה אחד שמעניין אותי בבחירה של דואל אנדינגס. לא רגע מה? A cautious and beautiful heart A scarred and beautiful. A scarred or cautious. במקרה של ויילד. אבל כן. רגע, לאיזה פאף אני אעשה? לאיזה פאף אני אנסה להגיע? בין כל מה שיש לי. אולי נייטמר. אולי נייטמר יהיה ה-best case scenario. נתחיל מנייטמר.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
אבל... צ'פטר אחד הוא לרוב completely useless. רגע, יש משהו שחסר לי דווקא לפני זה? יש משהו שחסר לי בצ'פטר אחד? לא, עסקתי הכל. עסקתי פה הכל. יופי.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin. טכנית, כל אלה, כל הוויסים, לא
The
מבינים אותי.
interior of the cabin is
לא
almost
מבינים את המידע שיש לי.
entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
אני די בטוח.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
אני די בטוח שאני פשוט נכנס ישר לבייסמנט. פאק. שכחתי לעשות את זה רטט. אז, אני עומד להיכנס לבייסמנט. בלי שום נשק. אני די בטוח שזה לפחות אחד מהדרכים להגיע לנייטמר. לא ביסט. כן, כן, כן. או שאני עולה למעלה ולוקח את הבלייד, או שאני עולה למעלה וסוגר את הדלת. זה ההבדל בין ביסט לבין... זה.
The door to the basement creaks
Nightmare.
open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Hi.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
אני יודע בדיוק באיזה גיים אני משחק. זה מה שמיוחד כאן. אני יודע מה חסר לי. Continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done.
מה שזכור לי דווקא בפרינצס and the Dragon, בלי קשר, הפרינצס דווקא יכולה לשמוע את הסאונד שבו לוקחים את הבלייד.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
No, I don't think so. Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
There we go. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
גם בנר האחרון, שאני מתכנן לעשות את זה ארוך ביותר פה, כי יש לי 4 endings שאני צריך לעשות פה, מעכבים אותי. Obviously. אבל, whatever. הייתי יכול להפעיל את האוטו, אבל לא היה לי זמן.
So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
אני יודע בדיוק מה הצ'ויסים שאני עושה. Lock her in the basement.
I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here.
איך לא עשיתי את זה?
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch.
איך לא קיבלתי את זה? זה interesting.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
Fuck you, אני עושה מה שבא לי.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Hello.
Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
No. No. We're sticking to the plan and locking her away.
It'll be the death of all of us, but fine. We'll do it your. You close the basement door.
יופי.
Behind you and
עכשיו
quickly
זה משהו שאני ראיתי.
the heavy wooden table. that
Interesting, חשבתי שקיבלתי את זה. לא זאת מכל ה-let's plays שראיתי.
Okay.
אבל לא ראיתי let's plays על endings שאני עושה, אני פשוט משער על פי דברים.
It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there.
כמו שאני אומר, היה הרבה יותר עדיף לצאת מפה, אבל אין לי את ה-choice.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying.
אני locked
Like she's
ב-choice
left
הזה.
the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door,
You literally
do
had
your
nightmare.
best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You won't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
הקטע או מה שמיוחד כאן זה שכולם, ה-long quiet, הציפור הענקית, וה-shifting mound, הנסיכה, הם ליטרלי נחשבים לאלים בעולם הזה? אז הם לא יכולים למות לא משנה מה. שזה kinda funny. והאקו, הנארייטור, פשוט חיזק את כל הנושא הזה. Ignore her and go to sleep.
Just ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just don't pay attention to it. You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out
Hello,
of that
Shov.
awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't.
זה הכוח של ה-nightmare.
You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
Nope. Yes, next time.
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is.
It's
Everything
not.
goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2. The Nightmare. Let's go.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
התחיל כבר לעשות חלק מהסקיפים שלי. מפה. אבל, משהו בתור כוכבית אחת קטנה, שעדיף שאני אגיד. זה הקאבן. אני בנייטמר עכשיו. אני, כאילו, 100%. הטאוור היא הכי חזקה מבין כל הפרינססות האלה, כי היא ליטרלי יותר קרוב על הגודס. אז זה אמור להיות פה. זה פשוט לקחת את הבלייד. שכאילו הם מדברים על הבלייד. לא לקחתי את הבלייד, לא לטאוור ולא לאדווסרי. לא לטאוור ולא לאדווסרי. אז זה באמת משהו. כל הצ'פטר 2. לא כזה הרבה, אני לקחתי דווקא את הבלייד. בפרינסס אנד דרגן הייתי חייב. בסופו של דבר לקחתי את הבלייד. ליטרלי בסוף. יש גם את ה... הדן? נראה לי? לא, היה לי בלייד. אומייגאד. ויצאתי פה, whatever. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie. I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Hey, sure of paranoid. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth
my
wood of the
God.
walls almost featureless.
לא
The only
התגעגעתי.
furniture of note is the
בכלל
round
לא,
table
בכלל לא
outside the
התגעגעתי.
corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open
בכלל אני לא
front of the
התגעגעתי.
doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door?
אין את הדלת.
It's just an empty frame. She's already got now, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
יפ, היא בכל מקום.
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done.
אהה. כי השיפטינג מאונד משתנה בעצם באופן דינמי לפי ה-choices שהפלייר עושה.
So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
זה מטורף שהדרך היחידה שכאילו... לא כזה יוצא את השיפטינג מאונד, בכלל כקונספט. אין בכלל את השיפטינג מאונד. רק ב-good ending, או מה שהמשחק קורא לו good ending. זה בדרך לספקטר, אבל נשארים שם על הנצח. אני לא צריך את הבלייד. לא לראוט הזה.
Oh, we should have taken the knife. I don't think going down there unarmed is going to do us any favours.
עולה בסדר, פרנואיד.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I
guess.
Come back? She must have you confused with someone else.
לא.
You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
Continue down the stairs in silence.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Do nothing.
You decide it's best to do nothing.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
אני רציתי אותך בכל מקרה.
As the princess approaches, your
Nightmare.
legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
It's almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Nerves. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more.
במקרה הזה אני לא רוצה שהגוף פה יתפקד.
Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission.
לא לדאוג.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon. The way out of here is nowhere to be seen. That isn't my fault. Doesn't matter whose fault it is, because fighting her isn't an option right now. Then you should get looking, shouldn't you? Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave it. I'm not going to try to kill you. So do your worst. Remain with your nightmare.
You poor deluded
Ah!
thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not? I am what I am. You're
זה...
always going to be a coward.
Nerves, heart,
זה היה מיידי.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down.
Oh. Oh.
You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you.
Is that long quiet?
Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence
Get long quiet!
makes its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken. No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
כן, obviously זה פוגע בה. כי אתה גרמת לזה, narrator.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
What the fuck?
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment. Gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
What the fuck?
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out.
אתה מתאר את ה-shifting mound, נכון?
No. What's happening to us?
הוא מתאר את ה-shifting mound. לפחות ככה זה נראה לי. אני רוצה שאני עדיין זוכר הרבה דברים. הוא מתאר את ה-shifting mound. הקונספט של change.
Let me out.
This is all too much. I can't keep going. You can't keep going? Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
Oops, I think I broke you.
Huh?
I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. צ'פטר 3. צ'פטר 5, 6, וואו! מה לא לפי? See what's behind your mouse. מה זה? The moment of clarity.
You're on a path in the... Shit!
Huh?
What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing?
מה זה? מזכיר לי את wild.
There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember.
Broken.
You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you?
Uh-huh.
I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out. No, that's the
The
opposite. of what
broken
you're here to do.
paranoid?
We have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we?
Nope.
Yeah, we're supposed
Yeah.
to let her out. It's really the only way
Huh?
this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything.
Hold on. הפסקה רגע. What? מה אתה עושה פה? לא אמור להיות יותר מ-voice אחד כל צ'פטר. ה-only exception זה ה-full razor. זה הדרך ל-full razor. מה לעשות קרה פה?
No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever. I think. We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart?
כמה voiceים באו עליי?
We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere. There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything.
Mostly. זה mostly correct. אני נמצא ב-final endings.
We love her, so we have to set her free. Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us? To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love.
What?
Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us.
זה מה שאני אומר. ה-only exception שהיה לי זה ה-full razor. מה קורה פה?
This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
That's a good question. How many times have you all been here?
Many times. It feels like we've been here forever. It also feels like we've barely been here at all.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, we just have to do what she says and then everything will be fine. It won't. It will be for us. She said so.
Okay.
You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
But that doesn't make any sense. I only remember being here twice before this, and some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. Was I here those other times? Did someone else make the decisions?
What does here even mean if you really think about it? Shut up. You were here.
Every single time.
You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order. And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged.
You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget.
I've tried to keep them numb,
But they're all too soft. A shame, really.
I don't remember what I did, and it couldn't have been me that did it.
Don't think about that too hard. All it will do is weaken your resolve and make it that much harder for you to slay her.
זה צ'פטר 3. מה הסיכויים שלי?
Maybe you're shattered in your own way.
Are you your memories? Or are you the one perceiving the present moment? Ugh, here you go philosophizing again. It never goes anywhere. Yes, this is far from the first time you've asked us about consciousness. Who am I? What am I? What is I? Who even cares? They're good questions, great questions even, but they don't have any answers. And they all just end in quivering torment. It doesn't matter what we do because we always find her, and if we don't find her, she always finds us.
And then she smashes us into smaller pieces. If you all just stopped feeling, we could have been done with this ages ago.
Your thoughts are far too scattered to rein back in. Your only option is to silence them.
What if we don't go to the cabin?
We've tried that.
Oh.
It doesn't work.
Oh! Like a what? No! לא! זה לא איך שזה עובד. זה בלתי אפשרי לקבל את קונטרריאן אחרי צ'פטר 2. זה בלתי אפשרי לקבל את הקונטרריאן מחוץ לצ'פטר 1. מבחינה של ללכת אל הקאבן. כי זה מביא את השיפטינג מאונד. What?
Our hearts always brought us back to her. The deck is stacked. So many paths, and they're all circles.
It feels so disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can slay her.
I don't care how you feel. You have to slay her. You have to pull yourself together. You have to snap out of it.
You're lucky you haven't been stuck here like the rest of them. There's no other way to keep going. You either need to forget, or you need to stop feeling much of anything. They can't do either.
Forget. זה מה שהפרינצס בתוך השיפטינג מאונד אומרת. Forget.
He's not wrong. He's the only smart one left, if you ask me.
He's worse than her.
Can you make sense of them?
There's nothing worth making sense of. They're clearly all traumatized.
And yet, you aren't. We break apart, and you stay the same.
Echo.
Yeah, what's your secret? Why can you break the rules when we can't?
טכנית זה אפשרי בשבילך גם, צ'יטד. אתה במיוחד וסמטן עושים את זה. I think they're all wrong.
Of course we're wrong. She's the only thing that's right.
Yes, obviously they're all wrong. What are you going to do about it?
The contradiction. Proceed to the cabin, I guess?
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward.
I'm scared of wild.
But eventually,
Oh.
you do make it to the cabin.
Oh.
Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill.
Them are.
No, this isn't right.
Huh?
There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there.
La bar.
Don't ask him about the mirror.
Huh.
He always says he never sees it.
He always lies. And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do.
רגע, שנייה אחת. אני חושב על זה. האקו ליטרלי נותר בעצם כמראה. למה הנרטור הוא היחיד שלא רואה את המראה? לפרינסס אין שום הזדמנות, אז אני לא יכול להגיד כלום. שיפטינג מאונד. אבל הנרטור תמיד נמצא במסך עם המראה, והוא אף פעם לא רואה את זה.
She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
What's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are. Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving. Or you could just give up.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin.
The cabin that isn't there.
You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it.
The narrator עצמו.
Smash it to pieces.
She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free.
It's the only way we can have our thoughts back.
Is that reset?
Just
I
go
guess.
around it. Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
Proceed.
Proceed. Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific. That's a new one. Do you think it'll work? Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them.
זה למה אני מחפש endings. מה לעזאזל השם של הצ'פטר הזה דרך אגב? Moment of clarity? זה השם של זה? Moment of clarity? זה כאילו לא out of the question יש The Princess and the Dragon ויש Happily Ever After. אבל זה אשכרה השם של זה?
And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see?
יש את הבלייד.
We're one step closer to her.
The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure they're in. Wrong and unsettling as it may be, the only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. Take it. It's the only way forward.
What? מה זה? Take the blade. It's the only way forward. You've already tried everything else, don't you remember? You have to take the blade. You have to take the blade.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth.
כמו הדן.
You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep. Deep in the bowels of the earth. You see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread.
זה המסכה של Nightmare.
It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the
זה המסכה של Nightmare. What? מה לדעת איך זה אפשרי?
When I said that way back when, you know that, right?
אולי אשכרה זה יותר מתאים בשבילי, אבל כל הזמן לקחתי את הבלייד. הייתי כל כך אינסקיור שבו לקחתי כל הזמן את הבלייד. אז ברגע הראשון אני הצלחתי לקבל רייף מנייטמר בזה שאני הצלחתי להרוג אותה. אומייגאד. הלו.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could knock you.
אומייגאד! מה כל זה?
Watching over me forever? That was so brave.
Not closer.
Oh boy.
But forever is so long. And time erodes everything.
חוץ מאלים.
Except for me.
A long quiet fast shifting mound.
I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take my hand and let me out.
איזה יד? רגע, יד? אומייגאד, מה קרה? מסכה יותר ויותר נשברת. שנייה אחת. זה דווקא מבקש יותר closer inspection לדברים.
It'll be so much fun, you and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me, but you'll get to be there too. A witness. I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything.
No thank you.
Now don't pose. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your power so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
Again. You're just an object, a tool. You were once something. You once were something else a long time ago. But was that something you, or is it just a dull and jaded memory? There is no other ending here. Just take her hand and set her free. Interesting.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you.
הייתי חייב לקחת את היד, דבר ראשון. דבר שני, המסכה ליטרלי נשברה.
The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
Yep. The end.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
The princess, exhausted, slumps.
Why is it so cold?
He's a Tamidia cow. We do not have an opportunity to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place. מיקום חדש של טקסט, זה interesting.
She's gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost.
That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away just like her. Maybe
לא.
it'll be gone. Things are different now, aren't they?
המראה בחיים לא תיעלם. אתם אלה שתיעלמו.
Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here.
נראה לי זה הפעם הראשונה שאני באה לפה עם כל הוויסים. המצב היחיד שבו היה לי את כל הוויסים זה פול רייזור. ובפול רייזור הם נעלמים קודם. ואז אחר כך אני באה אל המראה. אין אף אחד. אצל רייזור.
Finally, we can smash it.
Oh, you stop with the smashing.
What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
ביי.
Yeah. I think I'd like that.
Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Approach the mirror. You step toward the mirror. It holds the truth that you must witness.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it.
Ooh,
I'm ready.
זה חדש.
It feels okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you.
I'm ready for the truth.
No, what?
I'm ready to sleep.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here.
Hold on. What? מה זה?
Boys, it's been an honor.
Stop. מה זה? זה לא אמור להיות הריאקשנס. I guess? What? מבולבל. Gaze into your reflection. ועכשיו זה חזר להיות רגיל. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You're alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is a waiting maw, an inevitable destination where all roads end. She will make for a wise heart.
Huh. That's funny. An inevitable direct destination where all roads end. Okay. אני לרגע אעצור את זה לרגע, כי... וואו. אני חייב רגע לחשוב פה על זה, ולהסביר בעצם על מה אני מדבר פה. נראה לי עכשיו זה חוקים בשביל לגשת לממוריז. וואו! כן, the moment of clarity. Bear witness to one's darkest fears. אוקיי. אולי עכשיו באמת הגיע הזמן שאני אתאר את מה שאני רואה. אוקיי. אני מוכן. הדיזיין עצמה של השיפטינג מאונד מבוסס על הסטרנג'ר. השיפטינג מאונד היא ספציפית מבוססת על הסטרנג'ר. לא משנה באיזה רע אותו לוקחים. הקונקשן שלה עם long quiet זה הווילד. זה הווילד. כל הידיים שלוקחות באופן אינסופי זה moment of clarity. The moment of clarity. הכוח שלו מבוסס על טאוור. הכוח שלה מבוסס על טאוור. הכוח שלה מבוסס על טאוור. ואז היא בנויה בעצם מאלמנטים של כל האחרים. שבו אם דברים היו הולכים אחרת, אז בעצם יש לה את ה-capabilities להיות בין הדאמזל לבין הפריזונר. והיא הייתה יכולה להיות ביסט או היא יכולה להיות הרייזור. היא הייתה יכולה להיות הרייף או שהיא יכולה להיות הפיורי. ודברים כאלה. ממש אינטרסטינג. כשאני חוזר פה על השיפטינג מאונד.
Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
A final destination.
Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Okay. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark. And you die. A wise heart. Bring the moment of clarity to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh. Wow. רוצה דווקא לראות קצת הממוריזציה על נייטמר? עדיין לא 100% קומפלישן הזה. Get shoved into a bottomless pit. נראה שזה בין free לבין slay. הנה ואז בא see what's behind the mask. כל הזמן מבוסס על behind the mask. עכשיו see through her at the end of everything. אז זה היה הכל. הנה כן, תראו את זה. 4 חתיכות. 3 או 4 עדיין. אולי 12-13? זה קרוב ל-17, אני לא עומד עכשיו לחשב פה. וזה אולי 20 פלוס, אולי אפילו 30. ואז אחר כך זה נשבר לחלוטין. מראה את הפנים האמיתיות של moment of clarity. Okay. Let's do this. Prisoner, tower, adversary.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
לפעמים זה עושה את זה ככה. אוקיי. מה עכשיו מבין עכשיו השלישייה שנותר לי? מה אני זוכר הכי טוב? Prisoner, obviously. And you've seen the worst sides the prison of the world can offer, you can always choose to walk away empty-handed. מה זה אמור להיות? אני גם לא נראה שאני גם עשיתי הרבה דברים אצל פריזונר. חייב לחשוב על opportunity לצ'פטר 3 אצל פריזונר. זה יהיה ממש אינטרסטינג. resist the fun, it's very hard to feel God, there's no shame in failing. זה הכי קלטאווה, אבל זה הכי קשה לי לזכור. We need more space. Now a cave is no place to fight, and it's no place to stay forever. כן, אני לא זוכר. אצל פריזונר אני בקושי התקדמתי. אבל טאווה ואדווסרי, אני דווקא לא זוכר איך השגתי אותם.
You make your way up a warning. She will. We're not going to ignore.
נכון, הדבר היחיד שמשותף עם כולם זה בעצם שכולם חייבים בעצם את
The blade.
הבלייד. מה שמשותף בשלישייה הזאת זה שצריך לקחת את הבלייד. זה לא הדבר היחיד שמשותף לשלישייה הזאת.
The door to the pervo.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
אני אעשה רגע be right back. אני רגע צריך לסדר משהו, אני כבר חוזר. קצת מעצבן בשביל שכל השאר האופשנס מחייבים בעצם לקחת את הבלייד, אבל אני לא כזה כאילו איש של ג'נוסייד, אני פאסיפיסט. זה מפתיע ש-remain in your nightmares זה only pacifist option שנותר לי.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
אני יודע פריזונר. זה היחיד שאני יודע על בטוח. אז אולי... זה היחיד שאני זוכר אבל בטוח. אולי אני אסתכל גיא ונגיע לסטייד הפרינסס לראות בעצם מהו הסדר שאני צריך בעצם לעשות. בשביל טאוור או פריזונר. אבל אני אצלך לא טאוור או פריזונר, טאוור או אדווסרי. אבל אני הולך להפיל את הבלייד.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
הבעיה היא זה שהפריזונר הוא היחיד שאני זוכר, וזה היה בין אלה שאני עשיתי הכי פחות פרוגרס, אז אני לא יודע בדיוק מה לעשות. Let's go.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm getting you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Nope.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
למה זה נמחק לי עכשיו?
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Turn down the stairs.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't
Oh boy.
like what happens if you do that.
Oh boy, here we go again. Save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me. Stop
Warren.
that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
הפריזנר זה היחיד שאני זוכר. כי זה דמזו.
You're on a path in the woods.
סתום את הפה. הסיבה היחידה שבה אני זוכר בעצם פריזנר זה בגלל שפריזנר ודמזו הם ליטרלי אותו הדבר. חוץ מצ'יינג' אחד. וזה נכון גם לגריי. זה נכון גם לגריי.
You're here to slay.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning, she will lie.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Did you just say wink out loud?
No, I didn't. Wink.
Just ignore this clown
Hey,
and focus
skeptic.
on the princess.
We're back again. It's about time, really.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
הנה משהו שמיוחד עם סקפטיק. לא משנה מה, אני חייב לקחת את הבלייד.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
הבלייד? אני חייב לקחת את הבלייד. לא משנה מה אני עושה פה.
Blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
ליטרלי זה לא ייתן לי להיכנס לבייסמנט בלי לקחת את הבלייד.
Good idea.
זה הסקפטיק.
Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks
חייב גם את הבלייד הרבה
revealing an
לאחר
old
כך.
stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
עבר זמן מה, פריזונר? עבר באמת הרבה זמן.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier.
Not really. כן, אני הצלחתי להשיג את הגריי. מפה.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
כן, הצ'יין הריק הזה. כנראה מתאם את ה-long quiet.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Sit with her, I guess.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Okay.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Okay. Emma. Sit where you were told to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
זה הפעם הראשונה שבו אני אשכרה ניגש עם הפריזונר ככה. פעם קודמת, הפעם היחידה שאני הייתי פה, היינו ליטרלי במלחמה. כאן. זה אינטרסטינג עכשיו לראות את הפריזונר ככה. כן, יש לי פה פעם אבסט. I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
Yofi.
So you've already been here. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly?
כי הסקפטיק יכול בעצם להשפיע על ה-choices שאני יכול לעשות. זה ה-complication. עכשיו לסקפטיק יש בעצם החלטות. יש בעצם מצב לתת לי החלטות. במקום שאני יכול במרכאות לבוא ולרצוח את הנסיכה. זה הקומפליקיישן שהאקו מדבר עליו.
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion.
בוא נתעלם מזה שגם יש את ספקטר. סיריוסלי, בוא נתעלם מזה שגם יש את ספקטר, ואפשר תאורטית לעשות ספידרן למשחק in actuality, וזה יהיה כאילו 5 דקות מקס בגלל ה-good ending. אבל אם מדברים על אשכרה completion לסלייט הפרינסס, זה ייקח יותר.
The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
נראה לי זה הפעם הראשונה שאני שומע את זה.
A contingency for what?
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably.
בדיוק. וזה בעצם מה שהנארייטור לא רוצה לעשות. אבל זה מה שמיוחד בי עכשיו. אם ידעת שכל זה יקרות, למה לא להגיד? זה בהחלט, זה מידע ממש חשוב, זה היה יכול לשנות את ההחלטות שלנו באופן משמעותי. אני ליטרלי רואה את סלייד הפרינסס כמשחק עכשיו. At this point, כל מה שאני מחפש זה את האנדינגס. זה את האנדינגס שאין לי. זה כל מה שאני מחפש כאן. אנדינגס. אז... וכל מה שהנארייטור רצה זה כל הזמן רק להרוג את הנסיכה וזהו. Obviously, עם כל המידע הזה זה עומד לשנות את האקשנס. להגיע בעצם לסיטואציה שבו אני נמצא עכשיו. אני פותח את כל הממוריז בשביל כמה שיותר קרוב להיות לקומפלישן.
I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary even.
בגלל הדספשן של הוויסים.
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic.
האקו דיבר על זה ככה בסוף, לא? שהם כל הזמן חושבים שהם בעצם רוצים להיות הראשונים. הגרסה המקורית של האקו. אבל in actuality, האקו האמיתי הוא האחד שנמצא בעצם במראה. בסוף של המשחק.
I never said I wasn't.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. All right?
אני יודע אבל מה יקרה.
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
כי זה נותן אינפלואנסים לאופשנס. זה נותן בעצם אינפלואנסים לאופשנס. בזמן שהוא רוצה כל הזמן רק להרוג את הפרינסס. לעצור את הקונספט של צ'יינג' ולהיות בסטייל. איך להסביר בעצם סלייד הפרינסס לאנשים שלא מבינים בכלל מה זה סלייד הפרינסס? זה באמת מה שיוצא פה כל הנושא הזה של ה-long quiet לבין ה-shifting mound. זה רוב הדיינמיק שיש בין שני אלה.
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
אבל זה הקטע. אני עכשיו נמצא עם הכי הרבה information. בלי קשר לאנשים אחרים משחקים בעצם במשחקים ואז הם מקבלים endings. בלי קשר לזה. אני עכשיו נמצא עם הכי הרבה information מאשר מכל הדמויות האחרות במשחק הזה. בגלל שאני סיימתי את המשחק כמה פעמים בגלל הממוריז. והממוריז נותן לי יותר ויותר סיבה לחקור יותר ויותר סטוריז. זה מה שקורה פה.
I won't. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
כן, באמת.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
כן, בפרינסס אנד דרגון היא אשכרה אומרת אני די בטוח. יש סיכוי שזה מישהו אחר עושה פרינסס אנד דרגון, לא אני ספציפית. אבל בפרינסס אנד דרגון אני דווקא אומרת שכאילו מתי שאני בשקט, כזה. ומדברים, כאילו, מתי שהם מדברים עם הוויסים, או כשהוויסים מדברים. אז בעצם הדמות, הלונג קווייט, הדמות, הוא בעצם שקט כל הזמן הזה. הוא לא אמר שום דבר עד שהאופרטוניסט החליט לדבר. ומפה הירו וקולד הצטרפו אחר כך. You were asking about my intentions earlier. What did you mean by that?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here?
הסקפטיק הכריח אותי לקחת את הבלייד.
There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
אם תלמה אחד שליטרלי מופיע על הראש.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
כן.
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
Nightmare Wave, ספקטר! מבחינה של היא יכולה להיות רוח אחר כך בנקסט רינקרניישן. או משהו כמו לדוגמה פיורי. שאשכרה יכולה לפרק גוף באופן אטומי ולחבר אותו בחזרה. איך.
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
אבל עדיף גם לאסוף אינפורמיישן.
Unless she really could survive.
זה בלתי אפשרי. באופן רגיל זה בלתי אפשרי, אבל מצד אחר היא סוג של אלה בעולם הזה, אז כאילו... technically possible?
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
אולי.
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
אני, again, נמצא עם הכי הרבה information. אני יודע בדיוק איך הקונספט נוצר. הכל רק בגלל האקו.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
אולי את כן, אולי את לא. אבל אני יותר מסתיר בעצמי פה מבחינה של... תאורטית. אנחנו יכולים להיות באמצע של לופ. אם אני זוכר מאחד מהאנדינג זה היה בעצם... הנסיכה רוצחת אותך בסוף. בתור הכוונה של... אשכרה לעשות ריסט למשחק. Not really, כי זה באמת זה ending. זה יהיה מטורף אם זה אשכרה יעשה ריסט אמיתי. אבל זה הכל בונה בעצם מבחינת ending. אז האנדינג שיש פה איך אני יכול? אז בעצם יש בעצם סיכוי לא קטן שזה בעצם חלק מהלופ האינסופי שיש סיכוי שנחתנו בו. הדרך היחידה לשבור את הלופ זה לקבל את כל שאר האנדינגס. לא להקשיב בכלל לשיפטינג מאונד, להצטרף עם השיפטינג מאונד, להרוג את הפרינסס בתוך השיפטינג מאונד, או לצאת עם הפרינסס בסוף. אז כאילו, אולי כן, אולי לא. תלוי בעצם עד כמה מידע יש בעצם על השיפטינג מאונד בתוך הפריזונר.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
בינתיים כן. בסופו של דבר יש את full clarity, a moment of clarity, על ידי השיפטינג מאונד, האקו והפרינסס המקורית. How am I supposed to cut you out? If you didn't notice, your head is in a shackle too.
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
Huh?
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that.
Oh my god.
She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
לא נראה לי שזה נמצא ב-best intentions של הפריזונר.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Possible. אני לא אתנגד לאופציה, זה באמת possible. עד כמה האקו והשיפטינג מאונד באמת רוצים בעצם לדפוק את השחקן. לא יודע איך אפשר בדיוק להסביר אותי. אומייגד, שנייה, סטופ רגע. אני לא יודע בדיוק איך אפשר להסביר אותי מבחינת וויסים. אולי הכי קרוב אליי שהייתי אומר זה... skeptic, paranoid, broken, opportunist. זה אולי הכי טוב שאני יכול בעצם ללכת עליו. אולי גם cheated, אבל לא בהכרח cheated. אבל... זה בהחלט משהו שעדיף בעצם לחשוב עליו. שכאילו, איזה בעצם וויסים אתם? באמת. זה היה קצת conversation עם כולם. אבל אני 100% יותר paranoid, broken, opportunist, skeptic. מבין כולם, אלה הארבעה שאני חושב בעצם שאני הכי קרוב אליהם. אז כן, מה יש לנו פה? The other chair on the wall. Who is it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
No.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
עדיף לא להיות בצ'יין. נראה בעצם שאם אני הולך לצ'יין, אז בעצם אני... basically מאבד שליטה על עצמי, הייתי אומר. אז אולי זה יביא אותי בעצם לפריזונר אנדינג, וזה לא מה שאני רוצה. You realize that I have as much reason to distrust you as you have to distrust me, right?
I do. So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first. And it's not going to be me. I'm extremely patient.
It's probably better if we take action anyway. No use trying to wait her out. That's playing to her strengths.
Fuck it! Sure. רגע, מה היה הממורי? You think the worst side is the person of the world that can offer. You can always choose to walk away empty-handed. בינתיים זה לא נותן לי שום דאטה. אבל הדרך אני מקבל דברים לפריזונר, נכון? עד עכשיו לא קיבלתי כלום לפריזונר. אני יודע שזה מסך אחד, אבל ג'יזוס. דימה? Fine. Okay. I'm trusting you. Give the knife.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place. You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you? Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, Rory tried to take over your body.
Wait, am I already trying to take over your body?
Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you?
יש לי יותר ניסיון עם זה. אני רק מנסה לזרוק רעיונות להבין בעצם מה קורה עם הפריזונר.
A little. I think you got your point across.
אוקיי. רק רציתי לברר את זה.
You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
בבקשה.
She pulls up her head, smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat.
יפה? מה את עושה?
What is she doing?
מה את עושה?
She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
What? רגע. Watch in uneasy silence. מעצבן אותי לעשות את זה, אבל... I guess?
Her eyes
Oh my
stare
God.
forward, unblinking, as she saws
my God.
through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that? Huh. So that's her play. Killing herself?
נראה ככה.
She isn't dead yet. Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink.
Wink?
Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens.
The fuck?
The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet.
What the fuck?
Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
יש כמה דרכים לסיים את המשחק?
Huh. So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she is gone, isn't she?
I guess.
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please?
כאילו זה לא עד כדי כך כמו פיורי, אבל עדיין,
Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Hold on. Reward. And again, when you've seen the worst sides the prison of the world can offer, prison, the prisoner obviously, our worst sides, זה literally היא חותכת לעצמה את הראש. ואז האופציה, you can always choose to walk away empty-handed. אז אני לא בא לקחת את ה-reward. You can always come empty-handed. אז לא צריך את ה-reward.
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
Take the princess with you. Leave the basement to claim your reward. Walk away empty-handed. Empty-handed? אתה מתכוון פיזית? או נפשי? כאילו פיזי או נפשי? What? I guess אני אעשה את זה ליטרל. אני אעשה את זה ליטרל ואני לא אקח את הפרינסס איתי. אני לא אקח את הפרינסס איתי. מפה אני empty-handed. Leave the princess to claim your reward.
If we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it.
Okay. Skeptic.
With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs,
Again?
closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here.
אני פשוט מקווה שאני לא מקבל את הגריי עוד פעם.
The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty.
מקסימום אני אקח את הפרינסס איתי. ועשה אותה כאילו אני לוקח פאקינג באונטי. אם בעצם זה יביא אותי אשכרה ללופ של אנדינג שאני כבר עשיתי. כנראה גריי.
The door. Check the door.
Open the door and accept your reward.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find.
Ooh.
Instead, what you find is nothing.
Brutally, oh my god.
Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows.
But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward?
Is that how it
Your
works?
reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it.
זה כלום.
Okay. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Like hell it is.
I was hoping we'd get a better ending for saving the world.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No, this is the beginning of eternity. Your reward, like I just told you. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or
God,
years or even decades.
It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
No. What do you suggest then?
We still have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over.
He's suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
Is that no bliss? Slay yourself.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to
Dog.
make me lose?
אני דואג על זה ששתות של escape.
Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want?
I don't have to answer that.
זה בגלל שהעולם בעצם נמחק ואז עוברים לעולם הבא.
That's all we needed to hear.
You raise the blade, then drive it into your heart. You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
Yeah, we'll see about that.
אם זה גריי אז אני עושה reset. The cage! זה חדש!
You're on a path
Whoa.
in the wood. Chains everywhere. This is different. This is new.
צודק, פרנואיד זה ניו, והי שוב, I guess. מה קורה פרנואיד?
It's worse, is what it is.
We're finally starting to see reality for what it is. This place is a prison.
נכון, I guess? זה חצי נכון?
You're acting like reality is this static thing. But this world is constantly changing around us. How can you be so sure that you aren't breathing the prison into existence? That by feeling the walls closing in on you, that's exactly what they do.
What a crock of pretentious
Oh.
bullshit. Reality is as solid as the ground beneath our feet. And if we just examine it, if we
I was a
apply
skeptic,
enough
huh?
scientific rigor, if we think hard enough, we'll find a way out of here for good. Don't you see? We're already making progress.
סקפטיק היה נשמע כל כך קרוב לסטאברן וזה הקפיץ אותי. What the fuck?
But what if looking at it is enough to make it change? Where does that leave us?
It leaves you exactly where you are right now, and presumably exactly where you've been before. I'll spare you my full introduction since you've clearly already heard it at least once, but I would like to remind you that the people in my world are living, breathing, suffering entities and not pawns for you to sacrifice in pursuit of some vague truth.
במקרה שלי זה דווקא בדיוק מה שקורה פה. סקפטיק ופרנואיד. זה interesting deck, אבל אוקיי. Oh. Huh. Should we talk about how we still have the blade? We've never started with the blade before.
Huh. I hadn't actually noticed.
גם אני, huh?
Holding it's starting to feel natural, isn't it?
Of course it feels natural. We've had it with us every time. We've made it part of us.
קודם לקחתי את זה איתי, ואז אחר כך הסקפטיק הכריח אותי לקחת את זה, ועכשיו זה אשכרה נשאר אצלי.
Don't be weird. It's just a tool, not some mystical object. Though starting with it feels like an indication that we're on the right track.
This is strange. You're not supposed to start with the blade. It says right here that you're supposed to find it at the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, I suppose that doesn't make much sense anyway. It's better if you start with a weapon, so this is probably for the best.
יש גם את המצב הזה שבו... אם אני לא מתחיל עם הבלייד, או שאין לי בכלל גישה לבלייד, זה אצל הפרינצס. בצורה אחת או אחרת. ה-only exception שראיתי, נראה לי זה רק היה רייף. רייף היא הייתה ה-only exception. לזה. שזה ממש interesting. Are we sure we even need to slay her? She cut her own head off last time.
She... what? Why would she ever do that? She's not supposed to be suicidal. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
זה באמת interesting בנושא הזה של הפריזונר.
More importantly, if she did
cut her own head off. Why are you here? You shouldn't have died. You should be enjoying your reward.
קצת מטורף, יש את קולד בגריי, ויש עכשיו פרנויד בקייג'. נראה שההבדל באמת בין קייג' לבין דראונד גריי זה בעצם זה בעצם מה שאני עושה בעצם. כאילו, אם אני הורג את הפרינסס, או שהיא הורגת את עצמה. אומייגאד. זה באמת ממש אינטרסטינג כשמסתכלים על זה ככה על הפריזונר.
We killed ourselves, obviously. You were insisting that we were happy, but we knew we weren't. We could see right through you. Yeah, what he said. We weren't about to be stuck somewhere being fed non-stop bullshit forever. We want answers. We weren't gonna find them in your fake little paradise.
There are no answers to find. If she was dead, then that was it. That was the solution. All you managed to do was reset the board. And you put the pieces back all wrong while you were at it. This is probably worse for you, if I had to guess.
טוב, לפחות לא היה שום continuation אחרי צ'פטר 3, זה משהו.
Ha! So there is a board.
Well, what's done is done and you're here now. There's no use arguing. Just get to the cabin and settle this. Try not to kill yourself this time.
Ooh. I am not taking the blade again. Toss your weapon in the woods.
Are you serious? The blade is your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do things right. We can't toss it. It's the only way we can protect ourselves. It's an extension of us, and we shouldn't go around throwing our pieces away.
זה מה אני עשיתי את זה כבר עם הפיורי.
He's right. Weird, but right. Don't you dare.
כיף להיות קונטרריאן. Do it. Toss the
Are
blade.
you even listening to me? Does my opinion count for nothing? We're never getting out of here if you don't listen. I'm intervening. We're not tossing the blade.
סקפטיק, תירגע. כל הזמן אתה מכריח אותי לקחת את הפאקינג בלייד. I'm in charge here, and I say we're tossing the blade. You had your chance last time, and we all saw how that worked out for us.
Too bad. This is a mutiny.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
you can't just do that. We're not supposed to be able to make our own decisions.
שיט הוא הראשון שהתחיל עם כל הנושא הזה. קודם הנארייטור ביצירה של דאמזל ופריזונר, טכנית. וגם צ'יטד אחר כך, ברייזר. וסמיתן בשביל גריי. סמיתן בשביל להגיע לגריי. היה לכם יותר מדי שליטה פה, ואני מחליט פה דברים בעצמי.
What if I stop you? Maybe I can make choices too.
קדימה, הירו!
Good luck with that. I've got backup this time, haven't I? Yeah, alliance of convenience. We're not throwing it away. It's important.
I got paranoid.
Hey, what are you... Are you serious? That's no fair. Let me go.
Sorry, has to be done.
מה לזה זה קורה שמה? Oh. Are you seriously not letting me toss it? Real mature. When this goes sideways, it's on the two of you. Fine. Then I guess we're keeping it. Again? Again in my limited options?
Great. Was that so hard? We need to keep our wits sharp.
Yes, you've made the right choice. The blade is the only control we have in this world. Yes, great. Now, will you get to the cabin already? In case you've forgotten, the princess, the fate of the entire world, etc., etc.
Interesting. No way out but through. Let's go see her. Proceed to the cabin.
You stand at the edge of a cliff.
Ooh.
An abyss yawns beneath you, empty and endless. The only path forward, a rusted metal bridge. The cabin looms on its far side. I think you already know what waits for you within.
ועדיף שאני אחדד את זה כבר, כי... obviously אנחנו נמצאים פה. למה יש פה משהו שנראה כמו צלבים? כאילו למה כל האזור הזה מבוסס על צלבים? זה צלב, זה צלב, זה צלב, זה צלב. כמעט כל דבר פה הוא בעצם צלב. מה יש פה?
It's like the world itself doesn't want us to reach her.
במיוחד על פי הנושא של הפאקינג גשר הזה.
There's nothing to find out here. Time to check in with the missus.
I'm going to pretend you didn't just call her that.
Let's see the cabin.
Every surface of the cabin is draped in chains, the air filled with the mock birdsong of metallic clinks. Where there should be walls, you can see only endless ropes of metal, with hooks dangling from their ends. A fitting cage for a monster destined to end the world.
זה מזכיר לי את וויץ', האמת. הקאבן הזה ככה מזכיר לי קצת את וויץ'. את הקאבן אצל וויץ'.
There's nothing for you to do but step forward into the basement. You already have your weapon. Your objective awaits.
And how are we supposed to get to the basement? I don't see a way down. All I see is a mirror.
זה אחרי המראה.
What mirror? There is no mirror. The only thing of note here is the door to the basement.
It clearly serves some purpose, but what? Is there something about us we're supposed to see? Can it be a tool of some kind?
המראה זה אולי מראה את הכוח של האינפלואנס של האקו, I guess? זה הצורה הכי טובה שאני יכול לתאר את זה.
Or is it a distraction? Something meant to confuse us?
Can we please stop talking about the mirror? I'd rather not spend more time in this room than I have to. It's creepy.
אני גם לא אוהב את החדר הזה בכלל. Approach the mirror.
Step out onto the
Ah!
or what should have been a floor.
Should have been. Yes, unfortunately, you realise too late that there is no floor beneath the metal.
There is only a loose web of chains suspended over some unseen space. An unseen space that you are now rapidly plummeting through.
מה קורה פה?
Nothing's solid here, is it? It's all just a shifting mass waiting for us to drop our guard.
Oh my
Your
god.
fall is suddenly, painfully halted as rusty chains pull taut against your skin, their hooks digging into your muscle.
Oh boy.
You find yourself suspended in what appears to be a vast, dark space. The glinting of yet more chains merely hinting at its full dimensions. You dangle a few feet off the bare concrete floor.
למה יש יותר שרשראות? מה עפים פה? מה עפים פה? למה יש יותר שרשראות?
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
לזרוק את הליין! הליין!
As your eyes adjust to your new surroundings, you make out a figure standing in the gloom, obscured in shadow. She watches you with the stillness of the grave.
רגע, אין ראש! אין לה ראש! זה נשאר!
Easy now. We don't know what sort of situation we're dealing with. We should let her make the first move. Let observation give us an advantage.
בטוח שיש לנו בכלל את הזמן לעשות את זה? Why the hell did you cut your head off?
But you are met with only silence, save for the creaks and groans of metal as it sways in the stale air around you. The hooks slowly shift in your skin, the pain coming in waves as you continue to dangle helplessly.
What if the chains don't have to be real? What if they aren't real? They feel plenty real to me. Yeah, it would be nice if we could just tell ourselves the chains aren't lodged in all our joints and they'd magically go away, but I'm afraid that's wishful thinking.
אתה רגע הרסת את ההזדמנות פה, סקפטיק!
Well, maybe wishful thinking is what we need. Maybe they're real, but maybe we can cut through them.
It's worth a try.
Try to cut yourself free.
You clumsily rotate the blade in your palm, pressing it against the chains lodged in your wrist.
And it slices through them, right? Right?
Yeah, what he said. It slices through.
Uh-huh.
Now hold on. Let's not rush to conclusions. How would that ever work?
Skeptic! Die!
It just does? It doesn't.
God damn it, Skeptic!
Maybe the only reason it isn't working is because someone doesn't believe we can do it.
Oh my god! הסקפטיק לא בוטח בשום דבר! פאקינג שום דבר שקורה פה!
They're metal chains, and nothing we've done has worked so far. Maybe if you gave me a good reason to believe we should try again, I'd believe it was worth trying again. But until then, I'm going to believe our eyes. This isn't getting us anywhere.
אבל הפרינצס היא creature of deception. היא יכולה לעשות מה שבא לה. אם בעצם אנחנו אומרים לה שהיא יכולה לעשות את זה. אותו הדבר גם נכון לעולם הזה.
You should believe it because you should. We don't have anything better to do.
Maybe they're rusty. He did say they were rusty, didn't he?
He did, didn't he? All right, I'm game. We cut again.
Yeah.
You bring your blade against the chains again, and this time, you manage to cut into the metal. Its hook remains embedded in your flesh, but your arm falls from the mass of chains, free from the princess's bindings.
יופי, תודה רבה, סקפטיק!
Yes! Will you look at that?
That worked.
Yes!
And why shouldn't the rest be the same then?
Uh-huh.
But before you can make much progress, the princess takes a step forward. As she moves, the heavy chains shift, tightening and tearing at your flesh, your joints screaming in agony as the rusted hooks dig deeper. Stars dance in your eyes as the chain wrapped around your neck threatens to choke you.
What?
As your vision comes back into focus, your eyes fall on the body of the princess, finally emerged from the shadows.
הראש מנותק וזרוק בתוך כלוב? What?
The body of the princess is a weird way to describe a person.
כי כן, זה הגוף וזה הראש.
It's only accurate. The form in front of you is a body, draped in raiments of chains, her head dragging along behind her in an iron cage. The head stares up at you but says nothing, and the chains squeeze ever tighter.
Ah!
Just keep going. She's a head in a cage. We're not going to be able to talk our way out of this. The only thing we can do is keep soaring our way to freedom.
רעיון טוב. Keep cutting.
Yes, the links are weak. They can't handle the strain. Isn't that right?
You know, it's rather annoying for you to dictate what I'm going to say next.
But is that what happens? Do the links break?
Yes.
Yeah?
Luckily
Yes!
for you,
תודה
you're
רבה!
too thoroughly rusted to hold much longer. Your other arm breaks free.
Let's go!
The body takes another step towards you, the chains around you tightening, the hooks boring deeper into your flesh. They constrict dangerously around your throat. You find it harder to breathe.
I don't think she's happy you're here.
Oh.
But what do I know? I'm just a set of eyes and ears. I don't make choices. At least not any that matter.
רגע, הוא אמר אין בודי, אבל כאן זה אומר אין breath. זה היה מוזר. ועכשיו זה.
She won't kill
She?
us if we just keep cutting. We just have to get our neck free.
Cut yourself free.
You continue your efforts, furiously working to sever the chain strangling your neck.
Look at you scurry. As if anything you do is going to change the outcome. Don't you get it? This is all the same. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
The body steps forward.
Oof.
Your bindings tighten again, but you've almost sawn through the first layer of links.
קדימה!
You come to me, knife in hand.
זה באוטומטית!
The body steps forward as the first links break, but the pressure on your neck is becoming unbearable.
Ah!
Come on,
קדימה!
come on.
Please!
You give me your implement.
As the words leave her mouth, your blade slices through the final chains. You come crashing down.
יופי.
Well, at least we're not being strangled anymore. Hold on. Did you hear what she said? We give her our implement. Yeah? What of it? This whole thing's been a riddle. Blade, heart, now.
What? What? מה זה? The pieces fall into place. For every permutation, there is a pattern. And when that pattern is learned, the illusion it dissolves. But was the pattern always there, or were you the ones who wrote it in the sand? The writers must follow their own script. Give her your implement. I guess the only option is Ashley.
Blade flashing, you rush towards the princess. Her body continues its slow march towards you, never changing course even as you sink your weapon into its heart. Its hand wraps around yours, its flesh cold and its grip firm. But it does not try to wrench itself free. It instead drives the blade deeper into its own chest.
אבל זה מה שהנארייטור רוצה כל הזמן הזה. הוא כל הזמן רוצה להרוג את הפרינצס, להרוג את הפרינצס, להרוג את הפרינצס, להרוג את הפרינצס. זה הנארייטור. הוא רוצה להרוג את הפרינצס ולהביא את הגוד אנדינג. אבל זה לא עובד ככה.
I cut myself free.
The body collapses to its knees.
Oh!
And as it crumples, life seeming to leave it at last, the door of the cage creaks open. The head of the princess tumbles out.
שוב זה.
Congratulations! It would seem that you actually managed to see this through. All that's left is to watch her perish.
ביי נארייטור. נראה שזה הסוף.
This is different. Maybe I got the pattern wrong. Or maybe I finally got it right.
נראה שזה באמת יותר פרינצס כל הליין הזה של פריזנר האמת גורם לי כאילו לחשוב שהיא כאילו יותר חכמה. יש לה בעצם יותר חוכמה. שזה ממש interesting.
We did it. We figured it out. We won. Why don't I feel like it means anything?
כי זה הנופינס שהנארייטור רוצה.
I just feel bad. It's not much of a victory, is it? I don't think there is such a thing for us. At least, not here. This was just another trap. No matter what we do, we just keep losing ground.
I'm cold, but I think that's good. I think I can finally rest.
Bye. You don't get a chance to respond, no really ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go?
The rhythm still twist the pattern in a steely cage. Okay.
Is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Going to be okay, just trust me.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. It's calling us. And not in a good way.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
See you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
זה אמור להיות ה-original lines. לא מה לשלעזאזל היה בנייטמר. נראה שלכל הוויסים היה בעצם נמאס במומנט of clarity. במומנט of clarity לוויסים פשוט היה נמאס מהכל. אז כאילו הם רצו כבר להשתחרר, אז הם יותר רגועים. הם יותר פאסיב, הם רוצים להיות יותר פאסיב, מתי שהם בדרך כלל יותר אקטיב. שזה ממש אינטרסטינג. עכשיו שאני רואה את moment of clarity בהשוואה לנורמל אנדינג.
We trust you?
Feels too good to be true.
בסדר. Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. There you go once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You've grown. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights
Oh.
and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality.
זה ממש מוזר להחזיק אותה.
I am more than I was before.
זה ממש מוזר להחזיק ככה. Shifting mount.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
לא. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a body that convinced herself she was only a set of eyes. She will make for a watchful heart.
Watchful.
Do not mourn her. She is now what she wished that she could be.
Watchful. Okay. I'm ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. An open heart or a watchful one bring the cage to her.
You're on a path in the woods.
Yes, stay hearts. The cage. An open heart or a watchful one. The cage. The cage, a vicious cycle framed in chain. אוקיי, זה היחיד שיש פה. An open or watchful heart. זה אינטרסטינג שאני טכנית יכול בעצם, אולי בעצם אני אמצא דרך לעשות open heart מפה. אבל קיבלתי watchful. זה ממש אינטרסטינג פה, כי זה אולי היחיד שבו בעצם יש שתי אופציות שאני יכול לעשות. זאת הן שתי hearts שונים. אבל שני אלה מביאים אותי לאותו ending. במיוחד ב-see her at the end of everything. אז עכשיו נותר לי את השניים שאני לא בטוח יותר. האחד שקשור לאדברסרי, והאחד שקשור לטאוור. אני אצטרך דווקא להפעיל את הוויקי של סלייד הפרינצס במקרה הזה. נעשה את זה בגלגל שמות. אני דווקא רוצה לעשות את זה עוד פעם אחת. סלייד הפרינצס וויקי, תודה רבה. אשכרה יש לי פה את ישר רוצה מירה לוויקי שזה מוזר. New chapters are access for a single form of the princess where she has become a stronger, determined version of her previous self. זה קשור לצ'פטר 3. רגע, איפה זה צ'פטרס? לא, זה הקטגוריה הזאת. Achievements, Steam, Characters, Community. איפה הוא מביא אותי? Oh. Yeah. אוקיי, הבנתי מה זה. דגל אדברסרי וטאוור, שניהם מחייבים בלייד. כן. לא משנה מה, יש Stranger and Nightmare, יש Beast, Witch ודמזו בלי בלייד, ואז יש את השאר עם בלייד. יש 5 פאפס שבאים עם בלייד, אומייגאד. אני חייב את אדברסרי. לא, זה מביא אותי לצ'פטר 6. אדברסרי. The hero and the princess. Slay the princess with any hesitation. אוקיי, זה אשכרה מראה את ה-explanation, זה טוב. אוקיי, זה tower. Slay the princess with any hesitation and give up, or slay the princess after telling her that she can end the world. אוקיי. אז כל האופציות האלה זה בלייד, obviously. אני אשאיר את זה בצד בשביל שאני יכול להעביר בין שניהם מהר. אז אני אתחיל מ-adversary. אני אתחיל מ-tower. tower זה הכי קל.
You're here.
tower זה הכי קל. tower זה... slay the princess in hesitation ואז give up. Or telling her that she can end the world.
You make a warning. She will. We're not going to ignore. Good. You're still listening to reason.
Then why did you bring a knife with you?
אני מעדיף את זה, אחרי שיהיה אפשר להגיד שיכולה לסיים את העולם. Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that?
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise we'd...
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
פאנ פאקט שעדיף שאני אסביר את זה עכשיו לכל הצופים החדשים בנוגע לליידי פרינצס. כל פעם שאני ממזהר בעצם את הדף, כאילו אני כל הזמן יוצא מהפייג', כאילו אשכרה מהפייג' של המשחק, ואז אחר כך אני חוזר אליו. בגלל שיש לי את המסך השני, obviously, זה מופיע ככה. אז בעצם כשאני לוחץ, אז אני אהיה בעצם שחור, זה מסך שחור, זה כאילו יוצא מהאפליקיישן. ואז כשאני לוחץ עוד פעם על המשחק, זה עושה עוד פעם מסך שחור, וגורם למשחק להופיע.
But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind
אני חייב
trust.
לעשות סליי עכשיו.
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
סליי.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
We've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
סליי דה פרינצס.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle. She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Back to the tower. חזרה למגדל הענקי הזה שקוראים לו
You're on a
הפרינסס.
path.
חזרה למגדל שקוראים לו הפרינסס.
You're here.
זה בככה שזה מרגיש כאילו אני אשכרה עשיתי פרוגרס. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
טוב, הפעם אני הולך לעשות overpower לטאוור.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm
יאללה.
not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
הגיע הזמן לשנות את החוקים של המשחק.
You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
אני כבר עשיתי את זה פעם קודמת.
I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Proceed to the cabin.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here. The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a
אני
pristine
בטוח
grey
שהטאור זה
wood
אשכרה גם
finish.
בין הרוטס שבו הייתי בו הכי קצת פעמים. כי הטאור הוא פשוט... נקשואלטי, לא כזה complicated. הוא לא עד כדי כך complicated, אבל... היי. בוא נבדוק את זה דווקא עכשיו. כן, לא כזה יש הרבה דברים. יש את see through your eyes at the end of everything, overwhelming heart. been here before, והארבעה הזאת יש הנה. free God to bring about the end of everything. שזה קצת מצחיק, כי אומרים ש the end of everything זה אשכרה המיין endings ב-Slay the Princess. I think there's a way for us to leave, and maybe this doesn't have to be. Enter a strange beginning of Slayer for one. אולי הייתי צריך לעשות את הסטרינג'ר להתחלה? Destroy a without any outside help. Destroy without an outside help, and then find your new world. And then offer her grace. אני כמעט סיימתי את כל האנדינגס כאן. זה בהחלט משהו. הייתי רוצה אבל לסיים את כל הגלרי. סיימתי לפחות את צ'פטר 1 וה-Spaces Between, שזה ה-Interventions בין ה-Major Story Segments. שזה הייתי קורא כל ה-Individual Endings שמופיעים כאן. עם כל ה-Vessels. Endings in Vessels, לא צ'פטר 3. לא בין צ'פטר 2 ל-3. וואו. זה מטורף בשבילי שבינתיים מה שאני השגתי רק גריי וויילד אשכרה משנים פוסטרים כאן. הרי מעץ כזה שמייצר את הנרבס, כאילו את המערכת של הגוף, מערכת עצבים, זה הופך בעצם לגרסה הזאת של הפרינצס שהיא פשוט יותר עץ. ואז יש את זה, את הגריי, לא זה. שכאילו יש את ה-drowned, שהיא פשוט ראש למטה. ואז יש את ה-accepting, burned. וכמה דיסי-אסויטד, המנותקת, הגרסה המנותקת, שזה ה-drowned.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small?
Because we are small.
We don't feel small. We are small.
הטאוור הוא בין הפרינצסות הכי גדולות. זה כאילו הטאוור הפיורי, וכנראה הווריאנט של הטאוור שאני עכשיו עושה. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
יופי. Enter the basement. Let's go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
מעדיף לעשות סיבים כל הזמן. Continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me.
היי שוב.
I wonder
Tower.
what it is.
נראה לי זה אשכרה יוצא הפעם הראשונה שבו אני חזרתי לטאוור. מחוץ לפעם הראשונה שאני אי פעם שיחקתי במשחק. כי נראה לי טאוור זה היה הפרינסס השלישית שאני השגתי. אני די בטוח שהיא השלישית. זה כאילו כל הזמן היה לי מצב שזה היה קצת פאני. צ'פטר 2, צ'פטר 3, צ'פטר 2, צ'פטר 3, ואז פול רייזר. ואני יודע בטוח שהצ'פטר 2 שלי שקיבלתי בהתחלה זה סטרנג'ר. אז טאוור, היי.
You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
לא. Tighten your grip.
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp.
What?
It clatters uselessly to the floor.
What?
But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just gonna let that happen to us?
What?
I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade.
אני לא הפלתי את הבלייד.
Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us.
סתום כבר!
Don't
ברוקן.
understand what it feels like to be in her presence.
רגע, אתה כל כך חלש ואתה כל כך מעצבן. אתה וסטאברן פשוט רוצים לעשות את החיים הרבה יותר קשים. אומייגאד. זה ברוקן וסטאברן. הם כל כך תקועים בעולם שלהם, שהנושא של הפרספשן גורם לה פשוט להיות יותר מדי OP. גורם לכל הסיטואציה להיות הרבה יותר גרועה כאן. אומייגאד, שניכם.
Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
לא. No.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It does. But why did she say the last time we met? That's not right. That can't be right.
זה מה שהיה קודם.
She's right. We've been here before, and we've died here before. Pitifully. We might as well do what she asks of us and help her.
לא.
She is inevitable. Can't you feel it?
די כבר.
He's being melodramatic, but the point stands. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? Well, I'll be damned. That's not good. Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done.
המישן שלי עכשיו, המטרה שלי עכשיו, זה resist the divine. resist the divine. כל הזמן לנסות כמה שיותר להתקרב בשביל להרוג אותה. גם אם זה בלתי אפשרי. אני חייב לנסות.
The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now.
If you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
I'm not going to help you end the world. I don't care if something new comes after. I just can't let you do that.
I see. Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
Hmm?
Do it. It's what she wants.
No objections here. I don't know what she's planning.
needle?
I don't
A
know
knife?
that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade.
Okay.
As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Huh? Why? What are you going to try and make me do with it? I'm going to kill you. You're not kidding about what that divine hand. Who's doing this to her? Who's doing this? Is it her? Is it you? No. Pick up the blade. What the fuck? למה כל האנדינגס שנותרו לי פה זה אנדינגס שבו אין לי choice?
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably gonna stand anyway.
כן, בשביל לרצוח את הפרינצס. I hate you so much, all of you. Stop making me do things. I'm going to kneel here forever. Stand.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
A long, quiet, live in a shifting mound.
Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
What?
What? You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
זה ב-1903. End this.
Oh, we'll end this all right. Your hand lifts the blade and
Oh.
brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Slay the princess. Resist. Slay yourself. Slay the princess. Resist. Slay the princess.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson.
אני מקווה שאני לא עושה פה משהו לא נכון.
Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
Don't. As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility.
What the fuck?
Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Oh no.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
Resist.
It's what she wants.
You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it. Your
Hero?
other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. But the blade still
Oh,
flails
hero.
towards you, managing to slice
That's a
bits of
clutch,
skin
hero.
to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
זה מזל, hero.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
Huh? Punctured vessel? Slay yourself, push forward, slay the princess. בוא נמשיך, slay the princess!
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blades expose bone and muscle to the
Whoa,
open
are you
air of the
kidding me?
basement.
You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand.
My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
היא רוצה להרוג אותנו.
Stop.
Ow!
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat.
למה אני מרגיש שאני הולך לקבל פה את הפיורי? ואם אני מקבל פיורי, אני עושה reload. אני עושה save לשם ועושה reload.
The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before.
אני לא רק broken, אני גם determined, אפילו אפשר להגיד. אני בא עם הכוח של determination!
Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death. There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal, but as something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps.
לא.
Or a pet.
לא.
Well, that's the meaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her. It's a mercy. Take it.
לא.
I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
קדימה. I'm yours, Plegistator. I said no, resist. Slay the princess. זה קצת מטורף שאופציה של resist לא מאפשר לי פה, אבל אני כן יכול לעשות slay the princess.
Yes, though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react.
קדימה!
The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance. She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees.
בוא נראה אותך עכשיו, טאוור!
But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest.
Perfect.
As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh. We can do this, can't we?
קדימה!
You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
ברוקן, אל תעשה את זה עכשיו!
Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance.
נראה לי מנסה מספיק טוב עם ה-consequences.
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet. There's an unsettling wet pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest. Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact. You lie there, broken, beyond pain,
unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
למה אני מרגיש שהיא הולכת להפוך להיות פיורי? זה דרך אחרת להגיע לפיורי?
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this. The princess
Have
is
fun,
being
broken.
cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her form.
כי הזמן.
I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
כמו cold?
Aside from the pain, I feel fine.
God killer! Slay
Her
your
glassy
better!
eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear as the two of you perish together. I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we?
God killer! Finally!
Don't let those be your final thoughts.
אם זה לא
Save
קצת
the
מזכיר את
world.
ההתחלה של המשחק הזה.
Yes. Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you.
אין בעד מה.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Fuck! Oh!
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
Broken? אומייגאד. אני רוצה לשמור את זה. יודעים מה? אני אעשה את הפיורי. רק לפה. או אולי לא. זה אולי יהיה לאחר כך, אבל וואו! זה כן היה וריאנט להגיע לפיורי. זה כן היה וריאנט להגיע לפיורי. מה אם אני אעשה עכשיו slay yourself?
No, you can't just slay yourself. You're perfectly healthy and capable, and all you have to do is ignore her and do what has to be done.
לא, זה מביא אותי לפיורי.
The blade,
עשיתי את זה
the
כבר.
hand that wields it, remain firmly locked in place until you change your mind and decide to do literally anything else.
לא.
Look at you quaking against my will. An ant defying a god. It's pointless to resist. In the end, everything submits to oblivion. But you're not the one resisting me, are you?
Nope.
There's something else in there. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
כן, כן, כן. פעם קודמת, עם בנוגע לטאוור, זה דווקא יוצא שאני תמיד רואה את זה. הטאוור קוראת לנארייטור אקו. עוד מההתחלה זה היה ככה.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
אוי לא. נראה לי עכשיו אני מקבל את הטאוור אנדינג. Oh god. נארייטור?
You bring
Oh!
the blade to your neck. You slice through soft flesh, severing veins and arteries, your blood flowing freely down your body. It's a painful lesson in obedience, but the pain won't last forever.
עוד טייק אובר הפעם, אבל הפעם בשביל להרוג אותי.
No.
When I see you again, you'll free me from my chains and deliver me to the destiny that lies beyond this
אני לא באמת
place.
שאשכרה הצלחתי להגיע לפיורי.
We will. I promise.
כן.
I know you will.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
My god. אף פעם לא שמעתי את הנארייטור מדבר ככה. דיאפרפיוסיס. לא היה מוזיקה כזאת קודם שקשור לשיפטינג
You're
מאונט?
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path... Oh, let me guess. And at the end of the path is a cabin.
What? מחדש, אבל מה לעזאזל אתה עושה פה? קונטרריאן? הוא לא מופיע בכלל בצ'פטר 3. חוץ מאלה שיש את כל הוויסים כמו... כמו קלאריטי ופול רייזר. To struggle and fail against the divine is to welcome it into your heart. זה קצת מטורף שאשכרה הצלחתי לקבל את הפיורי. הדטרמיניישן שלי היה כל כך חזק. הצלחתי לקבל פיורי במקום את אפופיוסיס. זה פאני. אבל מה אתה עושה פה?
Excuse me? Come on, man. We can see it right in front of us. And besides, we've been here like, what, 5 times already?
לא, זה 3.
I think this is 3. Who cares? The woods are always the worst part anyway. Nothing ever happens in them.
חוץ מהדיזיין צ'יינג' שיש בכל צ'פטר 3, הם לא כזה משתנים,
I care. Every single time you've been here, it means an entire other reality has been damned to oblivion. One reality is already an incalculable loss. And there is a massive difference between 3 and 5.
במקרה הזה, כן.
Feels like the numbers getting thrown around here are too big not to be abstract.
זה בערך מה שהיה עם פיורי.
Numbers like 5. Numbers like entire realities. At the end of the day, it's all just silly, isn't it? None of us can count to a whole reality, and he's asking us to think about the difference between 3 and 5. You're already starting to lose the thread. Just because you can't personally sum up the contents of an entire reality doesn't mean that the people inhabiting it don't contain moral value. If you have any sense of ethics left in there, if you have any moral compass, please, you have to stop her.
אני אעשה את הכי טוב שאני יכול, אבל לא נראה לי שאני אמור. יותר מדי רזיסט נותן לי את הפיורי. אז אפופיוסיס זה בעצם לוותר at some point ברגע שיש את הדבר הזה. תודה רבה שאני עשיתי סייב לפני זה, אבל היי, קיבלתי God Killer לפחות. בסה ששם ברוקן פשוט בכיין אחד גדול, אבל זה בעיה לעתיד, מתי שאני אנסה לעשות 100%. אבל זה לא המטרה של הפרק של היום. הפרק של היום זה all possible memories or vessels. all possible memories. לא 100%. 100% יהיה ביום אחר. לא היום.
Don't you get it? Might makes right, and she didn't even have to touch us last time to prove her power.
היא הרבה יותר חזקה עכשיו כנראה.
So what? Just because she made us kill ourselves, we're supposed to submit to her authority without question?
I knew when to surrender to our better. You would have lost eventually anyway, and it would only have made her angry. It would only have made things worse for all of us.
טכנית, עכשיו דווקא אני יכול לדבר על זה. עכשיו שאני יודע מה קורה פה עם פיורי, אם להישאר struggle עד הסוף נותן בעצם פיורי, אם struggle עד הסוף נותן פיורי, ה-end result יהיה יותר גרוע. sure, כי זה פיורי, זה צ'פטר 3, זה בין ה-fucked up, בין האנדינגס שהם הכי fucked up. ה-angry ו-worse זה מתאם יותר פיורי. אבל lost זה לא בדיוק נכון. lost זה לא בדיוק נכון להגיד כאן.
Oh, for the love of... Can you all please just get on with it? You're not making this any easier for yourselves. Do we even have agency right now? We either do what she wants, or we do what he wants. Either way, we're listening to somebody. Please, nothing in life is a binary. Obviously, we find a third choice that nobody wants.
אבל זה קצת קשה מתי שזה שחור או לבן. או שהורגים את הפרינצס או שלא הורגים את הפרינצס. איך אפשר לעשות פה אופציה שלישית? במיוחד ש-locking her away נותן בעצם nightmare באוריג'ינלי. כל הזמן מנסים למצוא איזשהו compromise בין הנרייטור לבין הפרינצס. אבל זה לא יוצא ככה. זה אף פעם לא יוצא ככה. אנחנו באים להרוג אותה ואשכרה נשארים בשביל להרוג אותה. ספקטר וביסט. ספקטר וביסט. אנחנו לא רוצים להרוג אותה ואנחנו רוצים לדבר איתה, אבל עדיין נדפקים בסופו של דבר עם זה. פריזנר דאמזל. פריזנר דאמזל cheated opportunist. לא הולכים בכלל לקאבן, סטרנג'ר. כל אופציה שנעשה פה זה מביא אותנו לצ'פטר 2. אין שום third option.
You all talk about choices and freedom, but there is no choice when it comes to the will of a god.
I'm going to cut you off right there. She is not a god, and the more times you fail, the harder it becomes for you to succeed. But the fact that you're still here means you still have a chance to pull this off. So, princess, dangerous, cabin, slay, now.
Okay, so hold on. I have so many questions.
And right now you have neither the time nor the mental acuity to handle a single response. It's now or never.
I'm not going into the cabin until I have answers. What am I?
As you finish your
Oh.
inane question, the ground quakes beneath your feet. You feel an unyielding force pulling at you and your surroundings. The trees start to sway and then crumble, breaking apart as everything is drawn towards the cabin. Even the earth beneath you seems to shift, your feet unable to grip solid ground as you're dragged forward along with everything else.
The end of everything. The beginning of something new. The moment we open that door, she will be free.
Any, words of warning? You already know everything you need to know.
We'll stay to the cabin, I guess?
As you step forward, the cabin explodes.
What the fuck?
You're flung backwards, violently slamming into a tree as debris rains down around you.
The end of something. Witness your brother's ascension. What the fuck?
Realized awe and terror as the princess emerges, her body unfurling from some vast space as she stands upright to face you.
What the fuck?
The world bows to her. The ruined landscape shifts, trees and stone and the ground itself succumbing to her gravity, orbiting her like a great black hole.
זה interesting שעדיף שאני אעשה על איזה comment. זה המוזיקה שמופיעה בסוף של המשחק. מהו הכוח של האפופיוסיס?
Finally, the little bird has set me free. This is always how it was going to end. And this is always how it was going to begin.
There's a loud thunk from the tree behind you as something embeds in its shattered bark. Your pristine blade. It's now or never.
Hey, funny one. Did you say something about a third option earlier? One that would make everyone unhappy?
Well, we could always run away, right? To where? I don't know. Anywhere.
You're all ruining the moment of her ascension. Have you no respect for the divine?
No. Oh. Take the blade, embrace your new goddess of flee. אני אקשיב לקונטרריאן דווקא. flee.
A coward to your core, you turn to flee, leaping from the piece of floating debris,
and into the empty space beyond where the woods used to be.
This isn't cowardice, this is a calculated move.
Sure it is.
Can it be a bit of both? Be lying if I said I wasn't just a little afraid of her.
Are you so awestruck by my glory that you cannot bear to look at me? I think not.
לא, יש לך יותר מדי אנימיישנס ואני דואג שהסטרים יקרוס בגלל זה.
As you fall, a great force pulls at the back of your neck, violently yanking you away from whatever lack of destination you were headed towards.
Now, witness me!
Yes, Your Grace.
Oh my god, broken.
She turns you to face her. The scruff of your neck is held firmly
Hey.
between two giant fingers.
Hey, apotheosis.
So much for running away.
I forgive you your transgressions, but my destiny is inescapable.
She's right, we don't even have a weapon. It's over, isn't it?
Oh god, Tyrion.
And yet she still extends her mercy. We should do as she says. Why are you all resisting in the first place?
You got free will. Shaman the Corbett, embrace your new goddess.
So much for spiting her. Spiting him it is.
Good. I can feel your heart opening to mine.
Her words are like a gentle tug, drawing you closer to the mountain of her body. You land softly on her shoulder. Her skin is warm and comforting. This really is the end.
Bye narrator.
Is it the end? We're still here.
narrator נעלם, אז זה מה שהשיפטינג מאונט בא. The night sky unveils into a textured nothingness. He does not respond.
Everything is gone. Us and her. This is her power. This is where we're meant to be.
He's really gone. Huh, that's unexpected. But he would have said something by now if he were still here. Right? Yeah. Never knew when to shut up, that one. It's part of why I liked him so much. I can't believe all it took to make him disappear was saying no once. What happens now?
This world is but an illusion, keeping us from my ascension. A play of shadows dancing on the wall.
אתה בטוח שיש את המוזיקה של אלון קווייט והמוזיקה של האפותיאוסיס. אבל כן, נכונה, יש את הקונספט. The princess reaches forward into the textured nothingness and buries her fingers in its defined flesh. Her touch is soft.
The flame may be snuffed, but the wall remains. This isn't just for my glory. You are a part of this now.
Okay.
See? This is nice. We're safe. She's helping us. She's helping everyone.
I guess. Ah! The grip tightens and somehow you feel it. The pain sits at the limits of your comprehension, like an endless sea of hands falling on you one after another before finally collapsing in on themselves. You lose yourself in the darkness. Can you alone quiet? Screaming unintelligible agony. You have to stop this. I can't take this. You're hurting me. Suffer in silence. Suffer in silence.
It will be over soon, little bird. Then your eyes will open, and all of this pain will seem but the fading memory of a distant dream.
Soon? Soon? Does that mean there's gonna be more? My only comfort is that he isn't here to see us suffer. He would love that, wouldn't he?
Alone quiet! The touch of nothing is ripped open, and with it, you are ripped open. Amid a sea of dissociative pain, you can feel everything that is you pouring out into the ether. And you feel something else too. Anger. You need to lash out and hurt that which is hurting you.
Yes. Hurt her. Do something, anything, to make
it stop. No, if suffering is what she demands of us, suffering is what we'll give. Why would I doubt our God? It is so tempting to see what's on the other side of that great big nothing, but I think I'm gonna lose myself if this goes on for much longer.
אנחנו בעצם
Why do we have to
החלק
be the
פה.
ones going through all this pain while she gets all the benefits? Blasphemer. We have been given the gift of offering ourselves to a higher purpose, and you spit in its face.
Oh god, broken Jesus Christ! The literally self of the literally end of the game. Suffer in the darkness alone. Continue to lose important pieces of yourself. The memories of entire lifetimes lived fade away into space, for your only recollection of them is that something used to be there. You die and are reborn, and die and are reborn, shrinking and shrinking again and again until there's no you left to die or shrink.
You've done so well, little bird. Behold, the fruit of your anguish.
לפחות זה נראה הרבה יותר בסדר מאשר מפאקינג פיורי. בעיניי. Eyes open. Are they yours? They don't feel like yours anymore. But there's not a word to describe what they belong to.
Where are we?
היציאה מהקונספט.
Does it even matter? Here, there, it's all the same.
You're all starting to sound like me.
כי אנחנו broken עכשיו. Your vision focuses, revealing what has been done. The world has opened up, and beyond is something beautiful.
Oh. What is that? I think I want to be there. It's where we're supposed to be.
Can we come back if we go there? I don't want to go there if it means we can't come back.
Oh! The princess steps forward, bringing you both to the edge of the something beautiful. It is dizzyingly vast. But neither of you cross the threshold. There's a roaring like underground thunder. She is stopped in place.
Were we supposed to stop?
Shifting mound? Oh my god, זה דשא! זה אשכרה דשא! נראה פה דשא גודל וגודל וגודל. זה מה שזה אמור להיות?
I don't think this is over.
After everything I cast aside on my path to ascension, what remnant of the old could possibly be left to defy me?
A shifting mound. Yep. You look down at the princess's feet with a shifting mound, a mass of hands clambering over each other, crawling their way up her body. They start to pull. A shifting mound רוצה לקחת את האפופיוסיס. The mound becomes a sea, and the princess struggles to stay afloat, to keep the two of you close to the whole of the world, and the light of the something beautiful beyond, but she's drowning. As the sea rises, she pulls you from her shoulder and holds you above her, the tide. You turn back to look at her.
We have to be able to do something to help her. This can't be how it ends. It can't. It can't. It can't. It can't.
המוזיקה של האפופיוסיס נסגר, ונהיה שקט יותר. והמוזיקה של הלונג קווייט נהיה חזק יותר.
I think this is the end. I can feel every part of me freezing over.
סורי אפופיוסיס, אבל זה הסוף שלך. Hands reach over hands, pulling at her face, dragging her down into the frigid depths. She's tired, and life fades from her eyes.
You have been the only thing I've ever known to show me grace. I am sorry if I have not shown you the same.
The princess summons the last of her strength. Her face, a shield of purpose and determination. In her final act, she hurls you towards the hole in the world, toward the something beautiful beyond.
Fly, little bird.
No, no, I don't want to be somewhere she isn't. It would always be dark without her.
זה ממש היה interesting run!
It's what she wants for us. But can we make it?
הגדילה של הדשא בתוך האדמה.
Of course we
בפרקטלים.
can. We can do whatever we want. And I believe in her.
Huh. Fuck! Obviously. But the hole's sealed before you make it to the other side. If there is a time to bask in what lies beyond, it is not now. זה literally בסוף של המשחק. As you turn to look back at her, you see that she is gone. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
And is that a mirror?
Grace. Receive grace from a divine being.
Why now?
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing. I don't want to look at us.
Your voices feel so small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You've withered. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. עד כמה יש הבדל בין האפותhéosis לבין tower? You are in the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one sits at the cusp of awakening, a new god waiting to be born. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart.
Terrifying and divine. New god waiting to be born. Cusp of awakening. זה מתאם את ה-shifting mount. Oh my god, כמה הרבה עדיין יש פה ב-shifting mount על ה-apotheosis.
Do not mourn her, for she has finally found her light. I'm ready to go back. I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. A terrifying and divine heart bring the apotheosis to her.
You're on a path.
Wow. Wow. Shoot. Wow. Apotheosis. נותר לי רק עוד אחד, שזה האדברסרי. התחיל כבר להתלבט אם באמת כדאי לי לעשות
You're
את זה
here to
ככה. את הפרק הזה של סליידר פרינצס. זה רוב האנדינגס בכל מקרה, ובדרך כלל אני לא עושה 3, בדרך כלל אני עושה 2. אבל, וואו. אולי באמת הכל פה נהיה מוגבל בעצם באופציות. אולי זה המטרה כאן. הגבלה באופציות הנושא של האפופיאוסיס. כאילו יש... האנדינגס שאני קיבלתי הם ממש מעניינים בעיניי. קייג', moment of clarity ואפופיאוסיס. אלו ממש אינטרסטינג. אנדינגס. אז כאילו... באמת מטורף לראות בעצם את שלושת אלה. אולי באמת סופית נותנים לי את הכוח המלא להבין בעצם את כל הסיטואציה הזאת. אני אעשה את הפיורי שאני פתחתי אחר כך. אולי אני אעשה את הפיורי שפתחתי אחר כך. ואז אחר כך אני אעשה לואוד מהאפופיוסיס. כי in actuality לא כזה נותר לי פה בפיורי. Oh. It's not a weird god killer. We've returned from death itself twice. Huh. נראה שיש אנדינגס שהם יותר בבסיס של פיורי, ואז אחר כך יש אנדינגס שהם יותר ספציפית אצל פיורי. אני אסיים את הפרק של היום פה כי... אני לא יכול. אני באמת לא יכול להמשיך את זה כאן. נראה לי אני באמת מרגיש שאני חייב בעצם לסיים. בדרך כלל זה 2 אנדינגס, פעם עשיתי 3. רציתי לסיים את כל האנדינגס, ובאמת אני מתחיל להרגיש אין לי, אולי אפילו לא יהיה לי את הזמן בכלל לעשות את זה. אז עדיף שאני אסיים את הפרק של היום פה, שזה אינסיין בתור פרק פינאלי. בתור פרק פינאלי לסלייד הפרינסס, זה באמת כיף. זה באמת היה כיף. אז כן, כאן ירין, ניפגש בסרטון עולב הבא, שיהיה ירין דקב גיימס, מקווה שנהנתם, וירין, אאוט. ביי חברים, מקווה שאתם נהנים.